just kind of drawing your knees in, kind of hugging your knees. Okay, so you're kind of in like a seed position. Think of yourself as a seed, and that energy center in your lower belly, the tanden, that's kind of like the very center of your seed. Okay, so that vitality, that energy flows out from your tanden area. Good. And then letting the seed open, kind of release a little bit, and you can let the shoots of the seed begin to kind of come up. So legs can be up towards the ceiling. You can either hold the backs of your legs, or some people reach up and take the soles of the feet here and just kind of swaying maybe a little bit side to side, or just holding the backs of your legs. So with all of this work, we're not forcing, listening to your body, adjusting as you need to. If you can't do everything, you can even just imagine that you're doing it. And they say you get just about the same amount of benefit almost through that imagination. Good. And then releasing out, you can shake out for a moment, hands and fingers, hands and feet. Good. And then feet can come down to the floor about hip distance. So right foot on the floor, and then just lifting into your left leg. So the left leg lifts off. So that shoot, or the growth, beginning to come even more out of the seed. You might reach forward, take the back of your left leg here, really kind of lifting into that leg. That's it. Getting a stretch. Good. And then switching it up. So left foot can come down and right leg can come up towards the ceiling. And you can just stay here. Or if you want to reach forward, you can take the back of your right leg here. Stretching into it, good. And then let your right foot come down. So think about the soles of your feet now coming together. So knees are splaying out, and let your palms come together over your head here. So you've got a nice long torso. So you're kind of pressing out through your hand, pushing your hands together, kind of squeezing the sides of your head together perhaps. And you might even think about your lower back kind of coming a little more flat down to the floor. There's a tendency for it to want to kind of overarch here. So just kind of drawing your lower belly in a little bit. So thinking back to that liver meridian diagram, the inner legs are getting an opening here, and then also into the sides of the trunk there. Continuing to breathe, again, kind of having that softness or that kindness, that smile in the heart energy going on, kind of radiating through your body. That's it. And then releasing your arms here. You can take the outsides of your legs, drawing your legs in. You might even need to draw your knees in towards you for a moment. And then have your feet on the floor about hip distance, arms at your sides, palms down. Inhale. And then exhale, you can push down through your feet, lifting into your hips, coming all the way up into a bridge position here, a bridge shape. And you can stay here. This is a good place to breathe. Or if you like, you can let the right leg lift up towards the ceiling or kind of out in front of you. Kind of pointing through your toes here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Right foot comes down, and then just see if you can lift into your left leg. So kind of pointing through your toes, nice and strong. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. And then feet come down, knees can come in towards you. Again, you can hold your knees and sway in your knees if you like. And then linking your fingers around your right knee, pressing out through your left leg, rocking all the way up into sitting. So coming into a comfortable seated position here on your mat or in your space. Okay, and right hand can be at your side here. So let your left arm lift. So you can inhale here, and then on your exhale, you can kind of curve towards the right. Good. Inhale, you can release out, left hand down, right arm up, and then exhale, maybe you can curve to the left. Okay, so then from here, just going at your own speed. It can be with your breathing or it doesn't have to. Again, kind of thinking about like a gentleness, kind of like a pliability, a bounciness, just kind of aligning with the way all of the new growth is kind of happening out in nature right now. The grasses kind of blowing with the breeze, the flowers, the trees. So just kind of, maybe you're going slower than me, maybe you're going quicker than me. Just kind of moving into your body. That's it, last set here. Good, and then coming back to center. Okay, so think about doing some twists now. So right hand can be on your left leg, left hand behind you. So you can inhale here and then exhale, kind of settle into it. Good, and then you can inhale, come back, switching it up, left hand on your right leg, exhale, twisting towards the right. Okay, and then again, just kind of setting up the same movement, left and right. It can be with your breathing or it can be a little bit quicker. Just kind of letting your body move, giving it permission to kind of just go at whatever speed it wants to. Twists are really good for kind of the liver and the gallbladder. There's an idea, there's this sense of like how twists help to, there's the spring cleaning side of things externally, and the liver is kind of like the inner purification or detoxification organ. So kind of squeezing and twisting into it helps things to be in a good place. Good. And then come back to center and then just rotate a little bit side to side in your torso. Hands can be closed or open. Good. And then you can lengthen out through your legs here, hands down behind you, just bouncing into your knees a little bit, shaking into your knees, and then just rotating in your ankles. So circling into your ankles. That's it. And then coming the other way too. Good, and then let the soles of your feet come together. So knees will splay out to the sides again. Okay, we're gonna keep coming back to this today because we're really trying to get the liver system again and also gallbladder. So you can have your hands on your ankles here, and you may find you can feel your sitting bones down on the floor or on a blanket. Remember, you can always use a blanket if you want. And then maybe you can kind of let the elbows come onto the legs or onto the knees even. So it's kind of like you're encouraging your legs to open down a little bit, kind of getting a stretch through your inner legs here, through those liver channels. Again, continuing to let your breathing flow, and again, kind of having that smile in the heart radiating through your system. Kind of that underlying sense of softness and gentleness, kindness. When the liver is really in a state of health and balance, they say that the quality associated with it is creativity and kindness. Okay, and then you can release out and keep your legs the same if that works for you. Hands can come down behind you, and you can stay here and just kind of open through the front of your body, kind of arching into your back a little. Or you may feel you want to lift off in your hips. You're welcome to do that. So chin can be tucked, that's fine, or chin can be lifted. Or if your neck's in good shape, you can even let your head kind of hang back here. So you're kind of opening through your inner legs, through your shoulders, through your chest, through your belly. And that's it, no forcing. You can take breaks anytime you need to. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. And then hips come down And you can let your knees draw in and just flopping your knees a little bit side to side. Good. And then turning, if your mat's like mine, turn towards your right. Okay, it'll be my left, but turn towards your right. Come into a tabletop position here. So hands grounding down, knees grounding down. Okay. And see if you can maybe let your toes tuck under, let your knees lift, let your hips lift. So looking back between your legs here, stretching through the back of your body. Think about your body like a mountain. So you're really strong and rooted and big. You might have some pedaling going on in the heels. That's fine. Some people like to do that. Lifting through your shoulders, lifting through your hips. Letting your breathing flow here. That's it. One more breath. Remember, you can always, you know your body best. Take breaks anytime. Good. And then knees can come down to the floor. Okay, so you're in tabletop. And then just see if you can step your right foot forward. Okay, so you'll step the leg that's away from the screen forward. Okay, and then you can inhale, lift into your arms. So coming into kind of like a low lunge here. Reaching up through your fingers, opening through the front plane of your body. And letting that breathing happen. Good, and then left hand can come down to the inside of your right foot and turning towards your right side, let the right arm lift up towards the ceiling. So feeling that hand connecting down, reaching up through your right arm. Good, and then right hand can come down to the inside of the right foot, and you can do what you got to do, but see if you can come across the midline here, wide legs, and then come into the low lunge with the left leg out in front. Okay, and the right knee down. So the leg that's away from the screen here on the outside is the leg that's in front. And then again, you can inhale and let your arms lift up. And then you can let that right hand come down to the floor here or down to a block, turning towards your left, and let your left arm lift. That's it. And then the left hand can come down. Okay. And then once again, just do what you got to do, seeing if you can come wide here. So you've got a wide stance. Okay. And the idea, you can always have a block down here. That's fine. So the idea is you can either have hands on bending knees. So we're really going to bend into the knees here, sticking back through the hips. So you can hang here. This is a good place. Or you can bring your hands down to the floor. So you're really bending pretty deeply into your knees, kind of sticking back through your hips. So again, you're kind of getting that inner leg area. And you can keep your body parallel to the floor if you want. That's fine. Or if you want, you can let your chin kind of tuck. You can let your elbows bend, and you can kind of look back between your legs. Just kind of letting the knees bend, getting a good stretch here. Just finding a place that works for you. Good, and then when you're ready, you can push back. Again, you can come up anytime you need to, okay, if you need to take a break. Maybe walking the hands a little bit over towards your right foot, so ground down through the left foot, so you're setting up a curve kind of through the left side of your body. It's as if your right ear is going to come and kind of touch your right shoulder. So kind of that side of the body there, opening through the Gall Bladder channel. Continuing to breathe, to soften. Good. And then coming back to center with the hands. And then just see if you can walk a little bit over towards the left foot. Okay, keep bending into the knees. Keep rooting down through that right foot there. And you can kind of let again, that curve happen through the right side of your body, almost like you're going to bring your left ear, so you're still looking down. You're going to bring that left ear towards your left shoulder. Remember, the gallbladder line zigzags down through the side of the head, down through the side of the neck, and over the shoulder. So kind of getting the neck stretch there, that part of the gallbladder channel. That's it. And then coming back to center again here. Okay, hands can be on bending knees or on your hips. Easy does it. Coming all the way up into standing. Good. Step your feet in together here, just kind of shaking out a little bit, bouncing out. Step a little wider than shoulder distance, so kind of sinking down. And then just letting your arms swing a little bit from side to side. You might find you come up, you come onto the toe each time as you swing. Again, just this spring-like potential, and just kind of letting things be as they are. Just kind of swinging in the breeze. Good. And then beginning to slow here and coming back to center. Okay, so coming down into a horse stance here. I'm just going to turn the lights on real quick. It's a little bit dark, it looks. It's pretty rainy out here in Eugene today, so, okay. So feet angle out, okay, but we're not doing it, so we want the knees bending, okay? So palms can come together here, okay? So again, getting that inner leg area. And then from here, just seeing if you can lift off into your arms. So the palms are staying together here. You might even be kind of squeezing the sides of your head together with your arms. So you're kind of lifting up into it. That's it. Just getting a sense of reaching up, sinking down. Again, you can take breaks with all of this work anytime you need to. Okay, and you can inhale here and then exhale. Just see if you can side bend a little towards the right. Again, if you need support, you can always bring the right hand down. That's fine. Okay, so kind of opening through that left side, reaching up. Good. Inhale, coming up, and then exhale, you can come over towards the left side this time. That's it. Coming up, and then lastly, just seeing if you can kind of turn your torso towards that right leg a little bit. Almost like you're going to line up your torso so the legs stay the same, they're not moving, but you're turning towards your right. Continuing to reach up, nice and strong here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Coming back and then coming over towards the left side. That's it. Reaching up, lining your torso up with that left leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Releasing out. Arms can release, legs can release. And then again, just stepping your feet in, shaking out, and bouncing out a little bit. Okay, and once again, stepping wide, so one leg's distance or so. This time, legs can be a little straighter if you want. Again, you're always welcome to bend the knees if that feels good for you. That's a very protective position for the lower back. So bend your knees, stick your hips back if you like. But you can have long legs too if you want. So inhale here and exhale, just kind of palms together, just beginning to kind of come forward here. And you might just be just kind of holding it. You might be parallel to the ground with your torso, or maybe not quite, maybe a little higher up. Just kind of getting a sense of lengthening from your hips all the way through to the crown of your head. And you can always bend the knees. Again, no forcing. You can always have a block or a pillow down there for your hands. Okay, and then hands can come down to the floor. Okay, so you can kind of Just seeing if maybe you can look back between your legs. Again, welcome to let the knees bend here. Continuing to breathe. Good. And then push down through your hands and then walking your hands over towards your right side. Okay, so you can either have prayer position, okay, and have your left hand on your left ankle, your left hand on your right ankle, and you can reach your arm up, or you can just have your left hand somewhere over by that right foot and lifting up through your right arm here. So feeling that twist, lifting into it, breathing. And release. So right hand can come down, come back to center with the hands, and then you can come over towards the left leg now. So again, you can either have that prayer position with the right hand, kind of the top of the hand against the left ankle, with the elbow bending, lifting through the left arm, or you can have the right hand kind of grounding down with the left arm lifting up. Good, one more breath. And release. So left hand can come down. So walking your hands back to center, knees can be bending or straight. So hands can come onto bending knees or onto your hips. And then inhale, come all the way up. Again, into standing. Good. Stepping your feet in together. Again, shaking out. And then let your legs come together here. So let your big toes come together. Heels might be separate a little bit. So the second toe is going to be pointing forward here. Okay, you might be a little bit pigeon-toed there. Okay, and then once again, palms together. Once again, coming into that long, kind of a nice long body here. So I'm just extending up through my arms. So nice long body, knees are soft. And you can inhale here. And then on the exhale, you can kind of side bend towards your right. So just kind of feeling that curve. Again, if that's a little bit tricky, you can always have the right hand support you. So again, really opening these simple side bends are really good for kind of getting the gallbladder energy channel. The gallbladder is associated with good judgment, decision making, things like that. It's kind of like the liver does the planning and kind of the creativity side of things, and then the gallbladder kind of makes it happen in a way. Okay, and then coming back up, and then over towards the left side. So reaching up through your arms. That's it. You might be squeezing the sides of your head together. Again, if you need the left hand to be supporting you, that's great. You can totally do that. And again, you can come back up, releasing out of it. Okay, shaking out. Feet can be about hip or shoulder distance. And then you can let your knees bend, hands coming onto your knees, sticking back through your hips here. Okay, and then just think about folding forward. So you might just barely begin to kind of come forward. You might keep the hands on the legs. This is a good place to be. Or you can let the arms kind of begin to come all the way down. You might take opposite elbows in the hands instead. That's fine. Chin can be tucked. Just come into again, finding your sweet spot. That place where you can get a nice gentle stretch. You can kind of just stay there, breathing, allowing things to soften and release. Again, having that underlying sense of softness, of kindness. Letting things flow and unfold in their own time. Good. And on your next inhale, knees can bend, press down through your feet, and you can roll your body all the way up into standing. Okay, so standing tall again. And then just think about rolling into your shoulders a couple times. So inhale, shrugging up. Exhale back and down. Inhale coming up. Exhale back and down. 2 more times. Up, back and down. Up, back and down. Good. So legs about hip or shoulder distance here. Okay. And have your hands come onto your knees again. So kind of sticking back through your hips again here. So settling then into a twist. So you can either just have the right hand stay on the leg and just simply turning towards the left, sticking your hips back, lengthening through the crown of your head. Or you can have the right elbow kind of come down to the right leg. Right hand can be on your left knee, and you're kind of twisting in a little bit lower place. And you can let the left hand reach around if you want, and you can rest the palm of the left hand on your sacrum, kind of on your hips there. Think about drawing that left shoulder back. Remember, the Gall Bladder line kind of flows over the front of the shoulder. So kind of letting the shoulder relax. On your inhale, think about lengthening. On your exhale, just think about twisting a little bit. Lengthening, twisting, lengthening, twisting. Again, these twists being so good for the springtime. Kind of getting things flowing and shaking loose. Good. And then you can release out. Okay, hands can come back to your knees here. Do what you got to do. You might need to move a little bit. You might need to fold forward. Okay, and then we're going to shift into the other side. So again, you can simply have the left hand on your bending left knee. So my knees are bending pretty deeply here for this. Yeah. Again, for you, whatever works. It can always be hands on the thighs too. So turning towards the right, you can always have the left elbow on the left knee instead, with the left hand on the right leg. And you can reach around with your right hand. Rest your right hand on your sacrum. Fingers pointing down your legs. Again, thinking about that shoulder kind of releasing away from your ears. So on your inhale, think about lengthening, strong in your legs. On your exhale, thinking about twisting, lengthening, twisting, lengthening, and twisting. That's it. And then once again, coming back to center here. Okay, so coming back up into standing, bouncing out for a moment. And then once again, just see if you can just do a forward bend again. So again, bend the knees, hands on the knees. Stick your hips back. You might stay here. Or again, you're welcome to just fold, kind of waterfall your body forward over your legs here. Just letting things kind of free up in your back. Good. And on your inhale, you can press down through your feet, bend your knees, rolling your body again all the way up into standing. Okay. All right. So once again, legs can be about shoulder distance, knees are soft, and then just reaching up through your arms here. Just kind of lengthening up through your arms. So shoulders are soft, knees are soft as usual, and then just thinking about just kind of turning from side to side. Okay, so you might be going slow, you might be going somewhat quickly. Just try to keep your legs and your hips somewhat grounded and strong there. And then you've got your torso kind of moving, twisting from side to side. That's it. And then coming back to center. Okay, and then beginning to sink down into a frog squat. So let your knees kind of splay out to the sides. So heels can come even, the heels might even be almost touching. Okay, so you're in a frog squat. Again, you might just be in a kind of a high frog squat. That's good too. Okay, so you're here. All right. opening through your legs. And then you may find that you can bring your palms together, just if this feels right. Okay, and you might even find that you can make yourself kind of like a floating hat here. And you might be able to let your left elbow kind of come down a little bit. That's it, coming up. You might be able to let your right elbow come down a little bit. That's it. You might even let your arms kind of lift up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And then just help yourself to come all the way down onto your mat. Easy does it. Okay. Bouncing into your knees again here, kind of shaking out into your legs. So think about the right leg being out and let your left foot come on the inside of your leg here. Okay? So you can either just inhale here and then exhale, kind of glide forward. It's fine to bend the knee, or you can inhale your arms up and you can exhale and kind of fold forward into it. Okay, so just coming into a comfortable forward fold here. Again, kind of using your awareness, tuning in to where the sweet spot is for you right now. Good, and then on your inhale, you can come back up, and you can either have the right hand just resting on the right leg, and you can think about the left arm reaching straight up, or you can let your right kind of elbow come down to your leg. You can make kind of like a head pillow, the right side of your face, and you can kind of, so you're kind of opening towards your left here as you reach up. So again, feel that in your left trunk area. Remember that energy channel area. So you're kind of reaching up, twisting. Again, it's fine to have the knee bending and to kind of modify things. That's totally all right. And you might even find that the left arm can wrap around your body. So you release the left arm. You might even let the top of the left hand wrap all the way around, maybe rest on your lower back, or maybe even resting it in that right hip area. So again, same thing with the shoulder that we were doing before, just letting the shoulder relax and kind of draw away from your ear, kind of stretching through the front of the shoulder. Breathing. Good. And then you can come up in your torso here, and then you can square off again. Okay, so the left leg can kind of stay down. So right foot can come down to the floor. You might be able to kind of scoot the left leg. So the right foot perhaps can step over the left leg, just if that feels good. It can always stay on the inside of the left leg too, if that feels good. You can always sit on a blanket or something like that if you need a little bit more height. Okay, so you're kind of drawing that leg in here, trying to feel your hips somewhat level on the ground or on your blanket. And you can either hold on to the right leg with both hands and just twist towards the right, or you can let the kind of the left arm lift and then bending the left elbow, kind of have the left elbow just on the outside of the right leg. Right hand can be behind you. So whatever feels good for you here. Inhale, think about lengthening. Exhale, twisting towards the right. Think about that right inner thigh coming in towards your abdomen. And again, having kind of that underlying sense of like a smile in the system, a smile in the heart, radiating through, creating that kind of underlying sense of potential and kind of gentleness. One more breath. That's it. And then coming back to center. Okay, and from here, again, there's two options. You can either just scoot your right leg a little bit more on top of your left leg, so you'll feel a hip stretch there. It's kind of like the toes, the feet are pointing out here. Or if that's a little bit much on the hips, you can just be in cross-legged with the right leg out in front, just as good. Okay, so kind of feeling that hip stretch wherever you are. Okay, getting a sense of it. And you can stay here. This is a good place to be, or you might have your left hand out to the side, fingertips or palm, and you can inhale your right arm up, really root down through your right hip, and you might even slide the left hand over a little, rooting down through that right hip, coming into that side stretch. That's it, breathing, kind of letting that gallbladder area. All of our yoga work is moving from block. We're moving from block to flow, from restriction, from tension to kind of like freedom. More from block to flow. That's a good way. So whatever you need to do awareness-wise to kind of soften into it, to allow the energy to kind of move. Good, and then inhale, coming back up, and easy does it. Right leg can come off, okay, left foot can come down too, and then you can just kind of do those windshield wiper movements in your hips. So letting your knees fall staggered one side and then the next. Okay, and then just taking a breath or two here, just coming into cross-legged. Just tune into your breathing for a moment and just tuning into your body. We did, I think, 3 or 4 postures just on one side of the body there, or maybe a little bit cross-body, but just tuning in to what you can notice. Can you notice a difference? How is the energy in the system? Can you connect again with that inner kind of heart smiling energy? Good. So just seeing if you can have your knees bending, take the backs of your legs here, and then just seeing if you can lift off in your feet, in your legs, so kind of lifting through your pelvic floor. And you might just stay here, lifting high, looking high, or you might find you have the arms at the sides of the legs. Okay, lifting here, this is great. Good, nice and strong in your core. That's it, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, feet coming all the way down, and then just kind of draping your body over your legs. Okay, good. And then think about the left leg this time, extending out. So right foot's gonna be on your inner leg. Once again, you can inhale here and then exhale, kind of either just glide forward to your sweet spot, bend your knee if you need to, or you can inhale the arms up. And on your exhale, you can fold forward into this stretch. And breathing, softening. Good. And on your next inhale, again, you can come back up and out of it. Okay, and then same thing as before. Left hand can simply be on your left leg. Right arm can lift. Or you can kind of lean forward with the elbow on the knee or the thigh or below the knee. You can even have the left side of your face in that hand pillow. And then once again, kind of reaching up through the right fingers here. And the arm might, you might not be pointing all the way up towards the ceiling. That's fine. You might just be pointing a little bit. You might even be parallel to the ground with the arm. That's fine. That's stretching through the arm, though, kind of stretching through the ribs, stretching through the right torso area. And again, this sense of kind of inner creativity and planning and decision making kind of create like that next stage of things in life in the springtime. And if you think about it, when things are kind of blocked off or not flowing in this dimension of your being, there's a sense of like frustration or irritation or anger even. It's almost like that capacity for creativity and living out kind of your life is stunted. So again, this is really helping things to flow and unstick. And you can let the arm release actually for this one around your back if you want. So you can have the right hand on your sacrum, or you can even have the arm wrap all the way around. Have your hand on your left hip, for example. Letting that right shoulder open. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Easy does it. Coming back up, facing forward. Okay, and then settling into that twist. So the right leg can stay underneath, the knee can be bending, and you can step your left foot, if it feels good, over to the outside of the right leg, or if that's a little bit much, just keep it on the inside. Again, you can kind of feel your hips grounding down here, and you might hold on to that left leg with both hands and twist like this, or you can let the right arm lift and then kind of bend the elbow, twist towards the left, and kind of bring that elbow onto the outside or the top of the left leg here. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, twisting. The liver has apparently over 500 functions that it does for the body. It's kind of like the body's chemical plant. It detoxifies all kinds of different things. So good to kind of put some attention in the direction of the liver. That's it. And then again, coming back to center. Once again, you've got those two options for your legs. You can either scoot the left leg a little bit more on top of the right, so you've got your feet pointing out, or you can just be in a cross-legged position, this time with your left leg out. Okay, so just settling into wherever you are here. And then if it feels good for you, you can have your right hand kind of out to the side or your fingertips. Inhale, left arm's going to lift. And then exhale, you kind of slide towards the hand. You ground down through that left hip. And you kind of set up that smooth curve through the left side of your body. Those kind of pigeon stretches, the outside of the hips. Again, that's the gallbladder channel, so you can probably feel it maybe in the outside of the left hip. This is a good stretch for that. Okay, and then releasing all the way back up. And once again, just easy does it. Let your left foot, your left leg come off. Again, you might need to bounce a little bit, and you can kind of rock in your knees, in your legs here. Good. And then just coming again into a comfortable cross-legged position here. Again, you can always sit on a block or a cushion. Okay, so we've got the gallbladder line, okay, kind of coming down through the sides of the head. Okay, and there's a good gallbladder point kind of along the top of the shoulder here. So just with your left hand, just seeing if you can kind of feel your way into kind of pressing. There might be a couple actual points there that are a little bit sensitive. Okay, so we looked at the liver 3 point last week, kind of on the foot. So now we're doing a gallbladder think it's the 21st point on the gallbladder line. So once you feel a good, kind of like a good shoulder massage point, actually. Okay, once you feel it, once you've got it, take an inhale, and then an exhale, just really relaxing the whole body, and then you kind of push in pretty firmly, pretty strongly, and you just kind of let that energy kind of shoot through the line in a good way, really relax your body. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And then you can just kind of shake out a little bit. And then the other shoulder, so right hand comes over, kind of the top of the shoulder, or maybe a little bit behind. You might have some knots there. They say that knots, tension that we put in there, that's like pooled energy. So you can actually free it up and then it becomes available to you. So finding a good place in the shoulder area, it might be one finger, it might be a bunch of fingers. Okay, once you've got it, you can inhale and then exhale, relax, and really kind of pushing into that area, stimulating it, relaxing the arm, the leg, your whole body, having that softness. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. And then releasing out. Okay, just for a moment, fingertips on your shoulders, and then just kind of doing that kind of springiness, that kind of bounciness, left and right, like a blade of grass. Okay, and then coming to rest on your right side. Okay, so right elbow under your right shoulder. So we're creating space between the ear and the shoulder. We're not collapsing. Okay, so you're kind of here. And then you can either take the back of your leg and lift through your left heel, or with your index and middle finger, you can grab your big toe and kind of lift through that left heel, kind of looking up through that foot. So just whatever feels good for you here, lifting into things. That's it. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Coming back. So being on your side here. So you're on your right side. And then once again, we've been coming back to this shape again and again. So nice long body. Okay. And then just seeing if maybe you can see if you might have a wobble going on. You might need to shift a little bit into the front of the right hip, but seeing if you can lift off in your legs, your feet, lifting off in your hands, your shoulders, your head. So you're kind of really strong in the top left side of the body there. So you're really strengthening into the gallbladder energy line here. Nice and strong, squeezing, lifting. You can always take breaks. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. And then just releasing for a moment here. And just see if you can come on to your front. Okay, so you're on your front here. And arms can reach back, so chin or forehead can be on the floor. On your inhale, let your head, your chest, your shoulders, maybe your arms and legs lift. Exhale, releasing. Good. Inhale once again, lifting into it. Head, chest, shoulders, arms and legs strong in your glutes, your thighs. Exhale, release. Okay, last one, just kind of lifting into it. You might even hold it for a couple of breaths here. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. And then hands can be at your shoulders, pushing up into tabletop. And just for a moment, sitting back on your heels, forehead can be on the floor or on a block, just kind of sinking down. Good. And then coming into tabletop again, and we're just going to do the other side here. So coming on to this will be your left side. So to start off, again, elbow under the shoulder, And then again, you can let the right leg lift this time. You might take the back of the leg in the right hand, or you might take your big toe in your index finger and middle finger, just whatever kind of feels good here. Looking up towards that leg, lifting, breathing. Good, and then you can release down. And then once again, just that soba no uso in Japanese, soba no uso, kind of the side stretch. Okay, so arms are together here, legs are together, finding a fixed point in the hips and lifting up in the arms and the shoulders and the head, squeezing, kind of lifting through the legs. Might have a little bit of a wobble going on. That's okay, nice and strong. Squeezing tight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Relaxing down for a breath. That's it. And then coming on to your back here. So just kind of coming to lay on your back. Okay. And from here, just seeing if you can let your knees draw in towards you and just kind of swaying a little bit, rocking a little bit side to side. You might be kind of hugging into that seed position once again, that kind of ball position. Everything coming from your energy center in your belly, your tanden. Good. And then from here, you can just open out. And for the last few minutes, just coming to really relax down the same way we started the class. Obviously, if you have any final movements or postures or shapes that you need to do, go right ahead. Take your time, no rush. Once you finish up, though, just for the last few minutes, completely relaxing down. You're welcome to have a hand on the chest and a hand on the belly if that feels good for you. Once again, just being with your breathing, tuning in to the rising and sinking of the breathing low down in your body. We've done a lot of work on really nourishing, again, the liver and definitely the gallbladder too. Doing those points with the gallbladder this week. So again, just during these last few minutes, allowing the work to really permeate your system and benefit you, helping to get things moving in this springtime dimension of your being. If you want to connect with that inner smile in the heart, you're welcome to do that. How would it be if your heart was just smiling out, radiating out into your body, appreciating all of the members of your community? Breathing and relaxing, letting the universe flow through you. Inhaling, exhaling, relaxing, releasing, connecting with your breathing low down in your system. And when you can feel ready, gently beginning to move into your fingers, moving into your toes. And when you can feel ready in your own time, coming to rest on your right shoulder, on your right side. And when you can feel ready in your own time, coming all the way up into a comfortable seated position. Taking a few final breaths here. And bringing your palms together, rubbing into your palms, tapping over your eyebrows, your forehead, tapping from the crown of your head down the back of your neck, all the way to your belly. So grounding and centering here. Okay, all right. And if you would like to dedicate your practice to anyone or to anything, to, people having a hard time with the coronavirus or anybody else, you can just spend a couple of seconds here just mentally to yourself saying, I dedicate my yoga practice to whomever, may they be happy and healthy. All right, so remember to drink some water to balance things out, to really get things flowing and out. And yeah, thanks so much for coming. It's donation based, so if you can't, if you don't have a lot of leeway, that's okay. Just keep coming, no problem. Donations really do help though, so that's great if you can do that. And we'll be here next Wednesday. So have a wonderful week. Thank you.
Great to see you, Shinkai.
Great to see you too, Ricky. Oh, hey, Bree, great to see you. Yeah.
I missed the classroom and your voice, and it's great. Great to see y'all, and you too, Julie.
Good to have you. Yeah.
Thank
Hi,
you.
Linda.
Thank
Hi,
you.
Rita.
Thank you.
Hi, Judy. Thanks. Thanks, Mom. Hope it went well. Feel okay?
Thanks,
Good to
Shinkai.
see you, Kate. Thanks, Will. Good to see you, buddy.
Second best thing.
Okay. Great to see you, Paula. Thanks for coming. Hi, Margaret. Thank you. Thanks, Julie. Did you feel okay, Mom? Did you do okay?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. That was wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem. Did it feel pretty good? Didn't overdo it or anything?
No,